EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play, Watson in the air. On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down. You look at this Arizona defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Watson. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Brown the motion man right. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Cook now off the read option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play fake. Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And a 5 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
Now 2nd and 5.
It turned back off?
They run it again with Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature.
Okay, here I come.
Position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third and 3. Able to connect with Mills. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think of...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon.
Kyler Murray, to the surprise of no one, finished 2nd amongst quarterbacks with 11 rushing touchdowns in 2020. Just 3 in 11 games in 2022. But let's face it, anytime he's maneuvering around, we expect him to take off and go, and he did it on that play.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
Alexa, timer off.
This one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
I'm not sure
What's going on, bro?
During the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
And it's taken in at the 9. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Here's Murray. He's got Brown on the out route complete. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. Cook up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now an audible here into something else. Murray now. And complete right side to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Hey, man, it was around this time, too.
After the touchdown, out is
It was around this time.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford.
You ready to get out?
No room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Doogie, you ready to get out? Okay, give me 5 more minutes.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Cook. And fights through one man. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Buying time to his left. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Dancing to it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from going up by 30. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Cardinals 30-0.
Pull up.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
Sure.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson now to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 1st and 10, Watson rolling to his left. And now Watson throws another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Murray now on first down. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
To throw is Murray. That is caught, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled or tripled anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Cook again, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 5. Now receiver in motion left. And Murray's going to keep this. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Prater for the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson steps away. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A final shot before the break. Watson looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Watson, a final shot before break. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Murray off play action. And that will be incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Murray looking to change the play here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Cook is in. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Second down and 6 now. Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's Watson now on second down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Cards are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
It's so bad!
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Get out.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get it up a little short of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
You have big line teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what? No turnover. Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
My ears get flap up.
Has painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here is another interception.
Go here.
And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And quickly, they get to the line. First down, Murray. That is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Man open left side is Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray changing the play. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, no.
Now it's Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Deshaun Hand. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure, they got him again. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 53. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling more than yesterday's pricing up the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been apprised, there's no need to be surprised.
It is almost bedtime.
Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big step in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big step in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that,
Under the tree house? Do you want to get rid of them?
Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't be confused. You know who I am, there's no